Hey, I'm Kristen Ishihara, the mayor of the City of Longview, and this continues the city's segments that are going to be educational pieces to help get the word out about our partners around the city that are addressing homelessness, what they're doing, how we can help. So today I'm here with Tim Wiseman, the founder of House of Disciples. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Mayor. We so much appreciate being here.
Yeah, we're excited. Tell us just a little bit about House of Disciples, how it started, why you started it. Just give us the backstory.
Sure. Well, we just have a heart for trying to help people that are in need and less fortunate. So way back early on in the early 2000s, we began to help people with doing outreaches at Teague Park and some other places and, feeding people, clothing people. And we had some music we'd play just as some entertainment. And really the objective was just really to love on them and accept them and give them grace right where they're at. But we felt like, though, there might be an opportunity for us to step up and go beyond that and offer some residential housing and some programs. So we just continually grew into that, and it's just become, something that really just blows my mind each and every day, the grace of God and what He is accomplishing here. And the lives that are transforming is just quite amazing, Mayor.
Yeah. So tell me from when you started, what year was that?
We actually started in 2003.
Okay.
We purchased this building in 2008.
Okay.
And
tell me where we are now. What facility are we in right now?
This is the House of Disciples facility here, right here at 210 South Green Street, downtown Longview.
Yeah. And who uses this facility?
This is our men's facility, so there's two different basic programs that are offered here. You have those that are checking into the 12-month program, so they come in from a wide variety of backgrounds. And then we have transitional housing, which is right next door to this building. And so those individuals have graduated, and they're looking for opportunities to work in the community and kind of give back. And it's really exciting, the things that are happening here.
Yeah, I know that you have more than just this facility. So tell me a little bit about your entire program system. Tell me everything you cover.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we have a footprint in a lot of East Texas, and we help men, women, and children. We help family units, and so we're at several locations around East Texas, and each one has its own unique way of helping, and we're have a pretty strong presence here, and we're excited to do what we do.
How many people can you serve? Do you call them clients, participants? How many people total can the House of Disciples serve?
Yes, ma'am. We help about 300 people every day.
Wow.
That are residents of our program, and that's what we call them, is just residents.
Okay. Yeah. Good. And then tell me, so how do people hear about your program? So how do you get residents?
That is a wide range. That could be a mom that has a son that that is maybe slipped and having some issues at school or something to that effect, and will come here and get some outpatient or inpatient treatment, and or a wife that has a husband. Again, it's just wide range. We get calls obviously from courts and parole and probation and.
When you say slipped, what does slipped mean? Like somebody slipped?
Maybe they're just tinkering around, experimenting with some drugs, but it's grabbing a little bit harder on their life than maybe not what they anticipated, and some drugs can do that. And so, so that, they try to catch it early and get them in here. So we do have some young individuals that check in, and some older individuals that's been, chronically homeless and chronically struggling with some things. And we're just here to help anybody. Whoever shows up at our door and they say, hey, I'm ready to make a life transformation, then we're like, well, let's partner and do life together. Yeah,
tell me that. So if a resident showed up, what are the requirements, or how do they get into your program? What does that look like?
Sure. So they come in and we do an assessment on them. And the assessment is really about them. What do they want to look like? It's like a vision statement. You start from the end and you work backwards, and it's very similar. Here we say, okay, a year from now, it's a year-long program, what do you want to look like? Do you want to have your GED? Do you want your court fines and fees dealt with and have all that in stability mode? Or, what do you want to look like? So we build the program really based upon what that end goal is for them. It's really based upon them and their progress and what it is they want to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. What is there any person that is not eligible for being a resident here?
Sure, Mayor, there are some people we don't feel like we're probably capable with our treatments to help, and so sex offenders are just probably an area that we don't feel quite adequate, you know.
Sure.
So, but if someone comes to us, you know, wants help, we refer them out to some other programs, and you know. But that's primarily about the only one that we really feel like we're not in a position to help.
Yeah, I understand, and certainly for safety and other other
Yes.
reasons. Yeah, I understand. So if I were a resident that enrolled in a 12-month program, take me from there. What happens next?
So you come in your first 30 days, we call it AIM. It's assessment in a month. So there's 4 different type of assessments that an individual will take. They'll take something, spiritual assessment, see where they're at and what their walk is with, you know, their spiritual walk. We're also going to do a personality profile, so we know how to match people up with different individuals here. So if they're 2 different, you know, completely 2 different people, you don't want them, you know, paired together and maybe doing the same chores or whatever else. Then we call it a for him, meaning that, or for her, meaning that that's what I was talking about, they'll write out what they want and, you know, their goals. It's a PGP is what we call it, personal growth plan. So they're going to work with us, and we're going to begin building a plan for them to accomplish all that they want to do here. So all that's done in a month. They don't have any really outside contact. We try to keep that in-house and really just, again, try to keep them focused on what they're trying to accomplish. And then the further they go in the program, the more privileges that they earn and the more opportunities they have to communicate through writing and through phone calls. And eventually they even get to the point where at 9 months they're looking for jobs, and we're helping them manage their finances. And yeah, I mean, it's constantly progressive the longer that you're here. We have some people that are here, Mayor, you know, 16, 20 years. I mean, it's just, it's been quite the journey because they don't have anywhere else to go, and they're doing great with their life. And so, you know, we'll help them as long as they need.
Okay, so if I graduated the 12-month program, then I might go on to transitional housing here?
That's
or
correct.
I might find, okay.
You go into transitional housing and stay as long as you need, as long as you're progressing and passing drug tests and do all the basic things, you know, and following your plan, you're more than welcome to stay.
Yeah, that's neat. One thing Cody mentioned to me that I'm going to say the name wrong, but it was like community equity or building partnerships. That's a very individualized plan, trying to match people with. Tell me what that means or what that is.
Sure, absolutely. So that's what we try to do is when, again, someone comes in, they have certain skill sets that they want to utilize for their career and maybe for what they want to offer into the community. So whether that's their own business or whether they want to, you know, if they're technically advanced in mechanics or something to that effect, you know. So we really try to match that up with them and partner with different businesses that are in town, and so, you know, to get them trained and skilled in that area so that they can begin offering their services and their skills toward jobs here.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Tell me, is there any specific success story or anything that you would want to just brag on the House of Disciples for? I know that's not your nature or your business, but just tell me something that you're just so proud of or warms your heart.
I'm proud, first of all, for what God has done. You know, we never would have dreamed that we would be in a position. We honestly were just trying to help one person way back in 2003. But I've just learned that as you're faithful over a few things, God continually blesses you with more. And then I'm grateful for our community here. Longview has been so supportive over the 20 plus years that we've been here. It's just amazing, the benevolent heart of our community, of our city. It's really exciting, and you know, this is a beautiful place to be and have a ministry that is helping people, because this city gets on board with that. We have had people that have come in and their lives completely changed, and they're much better. Many people come to mind. One individual named Robert really comes to mind. He came to us. There's a hotel South 80, and he was in the corner of it and had just done a drug deal, overdosed, and before the drug dealers left the hotel room, they set it on fire.
Oh my gosh.
So it was on fire, and he was in it, and they happened to get him out. He did sustain some injuries, came out and went straight from the hospital into our program. Stayed here a year. Eventually, after 3 years, he actually became a staff member. Then went from a staff member to going back to getting his education. Went into getting a fabulous job as an executive. And to this day, Mayor, he's on our board.
That's awesome.
So he went from that situation, streets, nobody, to now he serves on our board. And I think that is one of the greatest stories, you know. And so every time we're having a board meeting, his perspective is, hey, I've been there, so this is what we could do better to help our community.
Oh, that's great. That is a wonderful success story. You mentioned funding. Tell me about funding. How is the program funded?
So we try to earn as much as we can, ourselves. So like the wonderful partnership we have with the City of City of Longview to do waste management and pick up trash and different things like that. So we try to earn our keep as best we can, but we lean pretty heavily upon donations from the community to come in and financially, volunteers, just so many other things. Some people just come in and cook a meal. And so there's a wide range of things that can be done to partner with us. And it's been wonderful. And so, just reach out to us and we'll get you plugged in somewhere.
Yeah, I was surprised to learn how much you have within the program. And again, there's a name that I don't remember, but that's work. That you have residents that are working at thrift stores, working at various places. You've put them to work, so they're earning, they're contributing, they're learning. Tell me just about how that process works.
You bet. So what we have like, for example, here in Longview, the Gifts of Grace retail store used to be the old kids station. And so the individuals that are in our program go there and they earn what's called an incentive pay. So they're actually earning a paycheck or earning finances while they're there. And then after 6 months mark, they dedicate or assign what it is they want that money to go towards. So let's say they earn $1,000, for example, and it'd be more than that, but just as an example. And then they say, okay, I want this to go toward, a car or something to that effect. So we don't give them the money, but we will set that aside, and then they're able to account the whole time they're with us for what it is that they've earned and what they want it to go toward. So then when they complete the program, we assign that financing wherever they want it to go. Sometimes it's court restitution, sometimes it's child support, sometimes it's other things, but we've also helped people get down payments on their apartment and cars and different things like that, really to get them in life, get them further, paid their books for college, and a wide range of things. But yes, so while they're here working, doing their what we call work therapy, which is a part of it, then they also earn incentive pay.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Just to have everything kind of in-house, so you're able to learn job skills and give them incentive pay. That's just really neat. That's the first time I've kind of learned of a program like that. So.
Yep, and every one of our staff members are graduates of our program.
That's
every
neat.
one of them.
Yep. Wow. Okay. So, and then funding is 100% private.
It is.
Yeah, you mentioned that the city for the last couple of years has had a contract where you have residents that pick up litter, make Longview more beautiful, and we appreciate that. That's been a great partnership.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any other ways that the city partners with you that we should talk about?
Just anything that we've ever needed. We've always reached out, and the City of Longview has just been so gracious to help every way possible, whether it's again, waiving fees for us to play softball. It's just amazing what the city has done for us. So we're so glad for this partnership and what you guys have done, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, we're really grateful for you.
Amen.
What if you had the opportunity to tell the community, here's how you could help House of Disciples. If you want to get involved, tell me what that looks like.
First of all, pray for us. We're just average everyday people here trying to help somebody with a hand up. So pray for us. Think about us. If you have a little excess in your time, talents, or gifts, and you want to come down and volunteer or get plugged in with us, we would welcome you with open arms and look forward to spending some time and getting to know you a lot better.
Thank you so much for joining us today to learn more about the House of Disciples and the important work that they do here in Longview to address homelessness. We're so grateful to them and their partnership with the city and all that they do. Here's how you can learn more on how to plug in with them, and we thank you so much for your interest in doing so.